What's going on, guys? It's your boy Az back here with another one. And Dark Dimension 4 is underway now by Tadano Mac and the rest of the guys from the Cabal Alliance. Those guys are an absolute monsters. But I think the question that remains in everyone's mind is the Pym Tech team worth leveling? So we are going to be addressing that, and we're going to be just quickly talking about the Dark Dimension 4 nodes. Now, keep in mind, the nodes are split up differently from Dark Dimension 2 and 3. And specifically with these nodes, the first three, we're going to be able to use any characters. And then from that point on, you can switch over to your non-legendary global for 4 to 6. And then 7 to 9 is non-legendary cosmic. And then 10 to 12 is non-legendary city characters. And then the last batch is only legendary slotted characters. So the question that remains again is the Pym Tech team worth leveling? And just keep in mind that they are global characters, and particularly if we are going to be leveling these guys, and personally this is my opinion here, but that means we're only really going to use them for about 3 nodes. So they're going to be viable for about 3 nodes. And I mean, you could definitely use them in nodes 1, 2, and 3 as well. That's what Tadano Mac and the rest of the Cabal guys have been doing as well. You can kind of take a look at the teams that they've used to complete those nodes. But I mean, particularly if you have access to legendaries in nodes 1 to 3, I don't really know why you would be using the Pym Tech, especially because if you haven't leveled them up or you haven't got them geared high enough yet, there's just no point in using them. So the short answer here is no. I would not be leveling these guys, and that's again my personal preference. But that brings on another question now. Global characters. So this is the list of all the characters that we have currently in the game right now, courtesy of MSF.gg. Those guys behind the scenes there are always on top of it, going through the data mine and getting characters to us and getting all the stats and the materials needed. So shout out to those guys. If you don't have a subscription with them, I highly recommend it, just because it's a lot of information. You can save your teams on the websites, and again, those guys are just on top of their game, especially with new updates. But anyways, we're going to be talking about the different global characters then. So you guys will see here, this is the full list we've got from the website, and we've got a ton of characters. So obviously, if we aren't going with the Pym Techs, what are we going to be going with? So just the first filtration process, we're going to be taking out Doom here, because he's obviously, you're not going to be able to use him in this mode until you have at least completed it once. And we've actually blocked out the minions as well here, because I don't think anybody is going to be too excited about taking shield security or any of the shield minions up to tier 15. I myself took Shield Trooper up to 14, and I very much regret it still, and I will not be taking him to 15, even if I want to get early access into this game mode. I'm just going to play it by ear, take my time this time, and yeah, so as you guys will see there, that does give us a little bit more cushion to work with. Still lots of great characters. We're actually going to go with another step here and block out some of the Wakandans. We're not blocking out Shuri for obvious reasons, and also we're going to be blocking out the X-Force team, because unfortunately the X-Force team is a very nice team in offense for war, but outside of that, I mean, you can use them on a blitz team, but outside of those modes, I don't know if I would be investing all those resources just so I could do a one-shot hit. And unfortunately, they don't have a lot of sustain either. X-23 is a good character, but unfortunately, she's not going to be able to do it and carry the rest of the team. And we also have Power Armor blocked out as well, because again, for obvious reasons, they're an offense war team as well. Great in war, nothing wrong with them. But in terms of sustainability, and even in my Ultima 7 raids, they're a bit lackluster, and there's better characters out there. So that's why they're blocked off there. And next off, we're actually going to block off some more, and that's the Supernatural. We don't have Ghost Rider in the mix here because he is a city character, and Ghost Rider forms a pretty key component, especially because he gets the turn meter going. So we got Elsa blocked off here. I believe we also have the Hydra team outside of Red Skull and Zemo, and And we have Winter Soldier, we've got Crossbones blocked off there, and again, it's just, yeah, they're not characters. No one's gonna be excited about bringing Crossbones to tier 15. I don't think anybody's gonna want to try to do that. Fantastic Four, I've already blocked off some of the Fantastic Four as well here, and for example, that would be Human Torch, and it would also be Namor, and again, I think obvious reasons for that one as well. Nobody's going to be taking those guys on to tier 15 because they've got nice DPS, but they're not going to be able to sustain. They don't have utility. And unfortunately, again, they're a great war offense team, but in terms of a game mode like Dark Dimension, we don't want to be just leveling up war offense characters. We want characters that will excel in the other game modes, and that's why we've blocked off. We've blocked off the minions. We've blocked off the supernatural. We've blocked off the Hydra teams. Humans, again, same reason and rationale. We have Yo-Yo blocked off. We have Quake blocked off because, again, they're kind of useless. They're useless without Black Bolt. Black Bolt isn't in the global nodes, so there's no point in getting these guys leveled up. Yo-Yo's really good, but unfortunately, Black Bolt's not really there to synergize with her as well. So it just feels a bit lackluster without him here. So that's why we got him blocked off. All right, next one. Let's talk about the legendary teams and the Pym Tech. So again, Pym Tech, we're not using them because I'm not going to be leveling up 3, 4, 5 characters just so I can do 3 nodes in a Dark Dimension that I'll probably never do again after I run it the first 2 times for Doom. So that's the reason why I've got it in purple there. Now, legendaries aside now, so Phoenix, definitely plausible for the first few nodes, but again, she's going to be out of the picture because of the fact that you can't use her on the global nodes because they're non-legendary nodes. Same with Magneto, same with Shuri. I still have her there because she's a good character and she might be a potential for the legendary nodes, but that's why she's still in the picture here. And what's the C and the J for? Well, Colossus, Juggernaut. In any case, without Magneto or Phoenix, there's really no point in having those two there. They form the best synergy with those two characters, and if we have Colossus alone without Phoenix, he's a bit lackluster. He can give some deflect, and he can give a bit of cushion and a taunt, but outside of that, his damage is eh. And on top of that, he maximizes the best by synergizing with Phoenix or other X-Men characters. And I mean, I'm not saying he's a terrible pick, but he's definitely not one that's going to be on my list, unfortunately. So that's what I got there right now. So that leaves us actually with some viable picks now. So now we actually have a pretty good handful of characters we can actually pick from and form synergy with. So again, I think for sure, I don't think anyone's going to argue with me here. I think Emma Frost is going to be a good one because everyone's already got her leveled up. She's part of the Emma Marauders team. I don't think that's any surprise to anybody watching this. And short cooldowns with the blinds and the immunity for the teams. That's just amazing. She's if you've been trying to work on the milestone events when she's around, I think most people will have her farmed at least 5 or 6 stars. And for the guys that are really pushing it, probably pretty close to 7 stars as well. I'm at about 5 stars, and the next time the event's back, hopefully probably before the new year here, we can maybe get her up to 6 stars. So for sure, she's going to be up one there in my personal opinion, probably an essential character, and I don't think anybody's going to be not including her because, yeah, just her speed, her blinds, and her immunity for the whole team, and the debuff and the buff removal, it's just amazing. Just absolutely amazing character. And best part is everyone's been working on her for the war defense. So guess what? She's probably already tier 12, tier 13, probably in 14 for some people. So she's going to be ready to go. And if we are going with Emma Frost here, we also have to include Mr. Sinister. He's versatile. He's also going to be leveled up because he's been forming synergy with the Emma Marauders teams. He excels in so many game modes. I use him so much in the arena. I use him so much in Blitz. It's crazy. I love it because he always forms an auto Blitz team for me. In Raid Ultimate 7, same thing. He forms a pretty awesome synergy with Emma Frost, and I have them usually with a Brotherhood-based team, and they can pack a punch. And again, I think the last thing I'll alliterate here is the fact that he is future-proof. I've promoted him up from 4 red stars up to 6 now, and honestly, his He hasn't lost any steam, and his value in the game has only increased over obviously now, because if you're playing up against someone that has Doctor Doom, well, guess what? You know what? You can just clone Doctor Doom, and then you've got him. So I don't think his value only has increased. So I think that's why right now I would say Emma Frost and Mr. Sinister are going to form a very key pillar in a lot of people's teams. And if you guys go to Casino's Discord, he's got some early teams already mapped out for the Dark Dimension 4. Like he's got like a cheap team recommendation, a expensive but effective team as well, and then he's got the best value team. So check that out. It's a pretty awesome infographic that he's got, and it's really worth taking a look at. So anyways, Emma Frost, Mr. Sinister, and personally for me, because of that synergy, I'm gonna go with Strife as well here, only for the very sole reason, the fact that they have synergy and the fact that he'll provide that taunt when Mr. Sinister drops. And on top of that, I've actually got him at 6 reds, so it's nice because I've already got him geared like 13. He's beefed up, and he uses, again with these 3 characters, they're very nice because they're not bio characters, and that's important. Why is that important? Why do we care that they're not bio characters? Well, that's important because I think everyone's got the symbiotes on their mind, and everyone's going to be running the symbiotes on the city nodes. Particularly because they're non-legendary and because they're probably the best team you can run right now. And if you want to be maximizing that team, you don't want to be picking characters with bio tags. So that's going to limit your farming. And I did have a look at the map as well here, and because X-Men characters or mutant characters, most of them are global traded. So that means you're not going to be using mutant materials or global materials for mutants as you kind of progress through the nodes. So the best time to use them is the best time right at the start. So that way you can take advantage of it and start farming for these and prioritizing the materials for these guys. But anyways, Strife, everyone's got him leveled up. He's probably got max barrier or something too, because everyone wants to get those Emma Marauder defensive wins, and yeah, it just forms that nice synergy. Now, we'll talk about some characters now that I do have as potentials, and feel free to disagree with me or agree or whichever. It's a free world, but these are characters that I found that not only did I have them geared up pretty high, but also because they are valuable in so many other game modes that the versatility of them really brings it out. And I think that's, I find that their value is better than what we can get from the Pym Tech. You can take the Pym Tech all the way to tier 15, but outside of Dark Dimension and a Blitzing, I mean, I don't really see them as a potential meta team. There are other content creators using them to take down big meta teams like Asgardians, and I've seen some videos as well with the Pym Tech being quite effective actually on a lot of the meta teams. But again, outside of War and outside of Dark Dimension, I don't really know if they have any value outside of that. But now let's have a look here at Black Widow. So she's one that's really good because of the fact that she's actually really cheap. Whoops, I skipped ahead there. She's really cheap, and that's nice because of the fact that we're gonna need a lot of materials, and that will help factor in the costs moving forward. And she's fast, and she also brings a stun to the table. So she's gonna be bringing everybody's speed up. So like for your Sinister and your Strife and your Emma Frost, and then on top of that, she also brings a stun. So that's definitely one that I'm seeing as a potential right now. Another one for sure, and I don't think anyone's going to argue with me there, is the fact that Scientist Supreme has always been kind of lurking in the background. And I will say this, she's not the most exciting character. Oh, I got a tier 14 Scientist Supreme. It's probably not one that you'd be excited about. And yeah, she is a minion, but it's interesting because she has a lot of value, and a lot of people would have had her leveled up as well here for Dark Dimension 3, and now she's coming back again because she's also a low cost character, tech. So we haven't really had any tech characters yet, so that's nice because it also brings another category and loosens a bit of tension on your mutant materials. And and I guess I should have said that about Black Widow as well. She's cheap in terms of materials, and she uses skill. And a lot of people didn't really use a lot of skill characters. I mean, outside of Proxima, A lot of people didn't really level up Nick Fury or any of the other Shield characters or any other skill characters like Hawkeye or Captain America. Or is Captain? Yeah, you know I know for sure Black Widow and Hawkeye, they require the skill part. But yeah, a lot of people didn't level up Nick Fury because he was expensive, right? So you're gonna have a lot of that reservoir sitting around there, and it's gonna be nice to level up Black Widow. And hopefully that gives you guys a bit of variance as well to kind of help with other characters you want to focus on. Last one I'll leave you guys with, and obviously you can see there is Taskmaster. I think, I'm not going to say why, because I think for obvious reasons everyone knows why he's so good. But a lot of people will also have him tier 14 as well because of Alliance defense. And I think that says it all. You want characters that excel in multiple game modes, not just characters you want to level up just for the straight reason of Dark Dimension, but you want them that excel in other game modes. A lot of people actually used Taskmaster as well in Dark Dimension 3 because he brings the stun and the blind. So again, I'll probably go with a Black Widow Taskmaster combo. I do have my Taskmaster at 4 stars only, so that's probably the only thing I'm kind of holding back on. But unfortunately, that's going to be the case for a lot of people, or maybe they don't even have him unlocked because they missed the event for him. But I mean, there's a lot of other characters that you can use, and I mean, Blob will form synergy with the Marauders. You've got Hulk there as well as an extra taunt. But I don't know if that's very viable because yeah, we want fast utility stuns. Zemo is another one as well, but unfortunately he's not farmable either. And yeah, like a lot of the characters that we decide on, we also want them yellow stars. Graviton's another great one that I did consider because of the fact that I have him at 6 reds. But again, where's that synergy, right? There's not really any synergy involved. We'll see how that goes. I'm still trying to decide who my other 2 are, but for sure, my 3 Marauders are going to be the first 3 that I focus on. And last one I'll leave you guys here with, and I pressed earlier on, is Ultron. And he's a little mixed opinion for me because I did have him leveled up for tier 14 for Dark Dimension 3, and unfortunately, yeah, he was a bit lackluster for me. He was a bit lackluster. Long cooldowns. If the minions get killed off, he was pretty much useless before he could even take a turn, and he's also very expensive. He's expensive, and unfortunately, there's no red stars on him, so he's definitely lost his effectiveness, which really sucks because I'm a big Ultron fan, and I sincerely hope they find a way to kind of get him back into the game here. I mean, we work our butts off to get this guy unlocked at Dark Dimension 2. And now they released Doom, which is awesome, but they also give red stars on Doom, which really sucks because where's the red stars on Ultron, right? So yeah, it doesn't make sense to me. But anyways, we've got him here as the last one because he's definitely a viable option. And I mean, if you've got a ton of tech materials and you've got a ton of resources, and if you bring tier 15 Ultron, that's something excited to talk about. Unlike tier 15. Shield Trooper or something like that, but yeah, Ultron's definitely, I would say, despite all his negativities, I would say in the long term of the game, once they eventually get his red stars, I think he'll definitely be back into the game. But right now, he's definitely lost a bit of his steam, and most people will already have him leveled up and geared up and maxed, so that's why I have him there. But as you guys will see there's lots of characters we can pick from outside of the Pym Techs, and in my opinion, if we've only got 3 nodes that we can fully utilize these guys, I don't know exactly why we would be pouring so much gold and so much resources into characters that we don't use outside of Dark Dimension. So that's kind of my thought process on this. Hopefully you guys agree with me because, I mean, I've thought about it lots and I've been getting some questions as well what my starting lineup's going to be. And first I got to get to level 80, and I just turned 76 yesterday. So definitely a long way to go. But anyways, that's all we got for today, guys. I hope you found this useful. I hope you guys found this resourceful. And we will catch you guys in the next one.